flies when you're having fun. Would you all stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we don't have a consent agenda, but we do have minutes we need to approve from the May 28th of 2024 meeting.
I move that we approve the May 28th and June 6th meeting.
Yeah, commissioners, make sure your mics are in
Okay.
front of you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'll repeat that. I move that we accept the minutes from May the 28th and June the 6th.
I second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Special assessments, geo bonds.
Yes. I'll talk about this. I don't think anybody else wants to. We are starting the process of bonding our 2 special assessment projects, which will happen in September. This is the first phase, and it covers Autumn Glen Third Addition paving and drainage. The city allocated $200,000 of ARPA funds to pave the very entrance of this addition. The second project is the Full Vision Addition, which is sanitary sewer improvements. The city paid 20% of these costs, or $129,000, for the development agreement, per the development agreement with Full Vision. What you need to do tonight is approve the statement of final costs, the assessment roll certification, and then approve the notice for a public hearing to be held on January 9th. And then the last item would be to approve the form of notice of hearing and statement of cost that will go to each of the affected parties.
Dawn, I think July. I heard January.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say that? Oh, my gosh.
You're all right.
Thank you. July 9th.
It's okay.
The owners can pay this all in advance if they would like to. They have to do that by August 12th. If they don't, it will be collected over a 20-year period. In September, these assessments will be included with the other projects we have, which right now is the public library, the C-CLIP 2023, the Southeast 4th Storm Culvert and street repair. Anything that will be done, we can get done by August, we're going to include. We will be bonding between, and I changed this from what I had sent earlier, so I looked at the figures again. It's between 8 and 9 million. And the interest on the bonds, I just heard from our financial advisor, they're going to be around 4.5. So everything's a little higher than it was before. The debt service will be between $750,000 and $816,000. So I need you to approve these 4 documents, and they can all be done with one motion.
Okay, do we have any questions or comments?
I move to approve the Go Bond Series 2024, A through D.
Okay, got a motion
I'll second.
and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Suzanne, you're going to talk about the police training facility remodel.
Yes, commissioners, across the street from City Hall at 214 East 6th Street, the city acquired a building back in 2003. And there's a picture on the screen. It looks a little bit different today because we have replaced the east overhead garage door. The other garage door will be closed in when we're done. The building has been re-roofed, and we have removed all of the interior walls that were wooden, any kind of timber that was inside. There was a mezzanine in there. It was not suitable for occupancy at all. And so we had to take all of that out. So it's just basically a shell. There's a few little areas in the back that there's some cinder blocks that'll need to come down with the project. But we have construction drawings that are ready to go. I gave you a blip of those here. There's a front view that you can see. The roof is done. We have ordered the HVAC units. They are installed, and our in-house building maintenance staff are installing the heating and cooling ducts. We have all the materials ready to be installed. And then we are wanting to put out to bid a project that would put together this training facility. And so the front view would look like that on the screen for 214. It's really two addresses. It was really two different addresses on this building. We've had multiple people tell us different things about what they thought this was originally. Rebecca might be able to tell you better than me because I have hearsay from locals. But we're going to turn it into a police training facility, and basically the west half would be more classroom type setting, and then the east half would be more tactical training. And of course, Chief could talk more about that if you would like to hear, but we need to install some restrooms. We do have, as you know, on both the east and west side of this building, we have public parking already that is owned by the city. And so this location right across from City Hall makes good sense. And with the plans, we would do like we do with any other project. We'd put the project out to bid. If you approve us moving forward this evening, we will send out a request for bids, and then we'll have contractors would do competitive bidding on the project based on the construction drawings. And we would schedule the bid opening to be it's approximately in a month. We have said, now I can't find the date, what I told you. July 11th, yes. And then we would bring the bids back to you after we've reviewed those and make a recommendation on the lowest responsible bidder. And then we would move forward with construction, assuming all the bids come in good. Do you have any questions?
I know everybody sitting at the bench knows what the police is going to be using this for, but Chief, you might just make a few comments about that for people that might watch this taped or live.
Sure. As we talked about, it's been a while, we've been talking about a facility just for the training aspect of things. Because the last, my 30-plus years being here, we've had to beg, borrow, and steal just to find facilities to train in, to have these kinds of opportunities to do, especially now, particularly now, that, we're asked to do more hands-on training. We're force-on-force trainings, de-escalation trainings. And in our current facility classroom setting that we have there at the Law Enforcement Center, we have to share with 3 other entities. So it's trying to navigate through that and the scheduling, because everybody's trying to use the same classroom setting. So this solves our problem as far as that goes. So we can use it anytime. The force-on-force trainings on the east side, we can do a variety of different trainings, hands-on training and then like I've tried, this is a down and dirty, so hopefully you kind of bear with me a little bit. A lot of our officers are also instructors, and we send them out statewide to teach our expertise in whatever it is, domestic violence instructors, use of force instructors, defensive tactics instructors, firearms instructors. We send them out now. Having a facility like that, we can bring folks to Newton and do all that instruction here because we'll have the facility to do that, where it's really difficult to do at this point. So,
Okay,
hope that helps.
that does. That does. So do I have any questions or comments from the bench?
I think the only thing is, with my sense of direction, or in this case, maybe lack of it, it looks more like it's north and south is the way the building is shaped. But is it really, because you're referring to east and west?
If you look, the picture that shows the front of the building.
Yes, yes.
You're looking north if you're looking at
My
it that way.
gosh. Because when I drive by on this,
Yeah.
okay,
So when you
well,
go home,
all right.
Yeah, 6th Street turns into
Yeah.
Pine and it curves, so that's probably what's
That's,
throwing
I
you off.
think that's what's throwing me off. Okay, well, I trust you, so I'll leave it at that.
Is that is there a shower room? Is that what that is? Or is that a mechanicals room on the north?
No, there are restrooms, pardon me. There are restrooms in the facility where you're seeing next to the 2-table room That's more mechanical, janitorial type room.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Thanks.
Okay, if not, then I would entertain a motion to allow bids on July 11th at 11 o'clock at City Hall.
I would move that we receive the plans and specifications for the police training facility and allow bids at the stated time.
Okay,
I second that.
got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Newton Land Bank budget.
Yes. So this year in May, the Newton Land Bank was successful in selling its first lot. We sold 118 South Kansas Avenue to Carlos's Kitchen for an expansion of a parking lot to serve their restaurant there out of Kansas. With that, we accrued $3,465 off the sale. And to begin the land bank's to initiate the formal budget adoption process, I need you to approve the budget that was presented at our budget workshop. The $3,465 was broken down where our expenditures were things like the title work, signs and marketing, mowing, and then maintenance. That's where it stands. And then our table for that, the land bank will be meeting, if you approve it tonight, the land bank will be meeting on Thursday, June 20th. And they will, if you approve the budget this evening, they will set the public hearing. We will publish by August 4th the budget hearing, and we will hold the budget hearing anywhere between August 15th and August 25th for the board to formally adopt the budget, and then we'll submit to the county clerk after everything goes through. So this is just the first step in several steps for the land bank to be able to use their budget or utilize their funds. Do I need to clarify something, Donna?
Also, are you going to?
Is that in the same one? I mean, so we're doing everything. So on top of that, we've also asked for $10,000 for kind of seed starter money to roll into that. I believe there's some old CDBG funds that could possibly be utilized. Get clarification from Donna on those funds, but that is the ask as we stand here today.
We have some old CDBG funds still as well that have not been earmarked for anything that we could use, plus what we just got paid.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And at that June 20th meeting, we will also be looking at our real estate acquisition policy for the land bank. So what will drive that 10,000 seed money, how we will spend it, that's what we'll be looking at in June or later this month.
Okay.
Any further questions or comments?
No.
If not, I need a motion to approve the land bank budget and funding requests.
I move that we approve the land bank budget and funding request.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We're going to have an executive session tonight. We're at the end of our regular agenda, but we'll do citizens forum before we adjourn, and after citizens forum, we'll go around the horn, and we don't anticipate there's going to be any action taken from the executive session. So citizens forum, we have Wayne Graham. If you would come up and give us your address.
Yes, 108 Duncan Terrace here in Newton. Thanks for allowing us to be heard this evening. I'm addressing the decision to make June, I guess, Pride Month, if that's the right way to put it. When my wife had told me about this, it did bother me. That's obviously why we're here today. One thing is we don't believe in hate. That's wrong. We've got, as I'm sure most families here are somehow affected by this as we are. So I think we know a little bit about, we're somewhat qualified to speak on this. But I wonder, what's, where is society going, I mean, what I'd like to know is, what is there to be proud of here? And I don't like to be as blunt as I will be, but, I mean, have we ever thought of what goes on behind closed doors with two men? And what is it that we would celebrate that? There's nothing that I know of that is healthy there. You know,
Can I ask you a couple questions?
yes, please.
Yeah, did you read the proclamation?
I did not, sir.
Okay, I think that would shed a different light. The
Okay.
proclamation was to show respect for all individuals, including the LGBTQ+ community. And it wasn't celebrating anything but that. And there was disagreement on the council. You know, it's, we all have our religious views. And then I think if you would watch, have you watched the commission meeting?
I have not, sir.
I think that would help too. You know, it was more about the pride of getting along and the pride of the community all living together in one environment. It had nothing to do with sexuality or, you know, whether or not it's in God's eyes that they're being sinful.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
Goodness.
yeah, I mean, I'm for getting along with people, as far as that goes, but does this somehow send a message that, I mean, like I say, I certainly cannot see how that something like this can be a positive thing. You know, I think of our children, our grandchildren, our young people. I mean, what kind of a message does it send to them? They don't know what you just told me, sir.
Yeah.
All they know is that this month has been designated that we're something we're supposed to be proud about. And I certainly cannot go along with that. It was at one time in this country, not too long ago, it was really something that was embarrassing and a shame to even speak of. And people hid it because of the, I mean, obviously it's not normal or natural. And so, I mean, I'm bothered with this. And, you know, my thing here, one was, you know, there's a lot of other groups we're not celebrating or recognizing this month. Why are they singled out to where that? Why is because our culture's changing, our world's changing, and sometimes it's because we want to go along to get along. A lot of times it's because people don't have a backbone or the courage to stand up for what's right. And we got 5 of you here today, and I don't know where you, you know, why you decide what you decided, but I certainly would hope that it wouldn't be because you agree with this unhealthy lifestyle. You know, if we look at numbers, the homosexual people, as far
Sir.
as drug addiction and,
I'm a gay man,
Okay,
so
sir.
choose your words wisely, please.
okay. Well, I'm trying to. So if there's something that I, you know, that I say that is
If you're a medical doctor, then you can probably quote some of the things that you're getting ready to quote.
Okay, you mean as far as drug addiction and, but they're truth, sir, they are truth.
Unfortunately, mental health and the drug crisis sees no color, sees no race, sees no
Yeah,
gender or anything.
but would you agree with me that among the homosexual group that drug addiction, alcohol abuse, and even suicide is quite a bit higher than with,
No.
well, it doesn't take much to find that out. It wasn't hard for me to figure that out, and I've heard it for years. But all I'm trying to say is that, you know, why are we going to celebrate something if we've got evidence that it does lead down an unhealthy path? You know, you guys are leaders, and you were elected to lead, and you're not perfect, you're not always going to do what everybody agrees with, I understand that. But this is you know, it is something that is heavy on my heart. And I would never, sir, intentionally offend you, ever. I would sit down and have lunch with you, sir. That's not what I'm talking about here today. I'm just talking about that this is something that seems to be getting a lot of attention right now and a lot of acceptance right now. And again, sir, our family has been affected by this in a dramatic way. So it isn't that we're ignorant of what we're talking about here. We care, you know. You know, that's why we're here. You know, I mean, one thing I'd like to say.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with coexisting? I mean, we all live in the same community. We all care about other people. We all, I mean, some of us are believers, some of us aren't. That's okay. And we all have our differences. That's okay. We're different races. That's okay, right? Like, and we celebrate things like African American Month or Black History Month. We celebrate things like, or not celebrate, or acknowledge, I should say, things like that, and things like Cinco de Mayo and things like that. You don't have to be Hispanic to be part of those festivities, okay? But you also could choose not to be. And that's what's great about this country, is that we get to choose. We get to choose to live our life and be who we are, who we truly are. That's what's great about this country, is we get to do that. And so I get what you're saying. I'm a believer. I love Jesus. I do. But I love people too. Jesus loved people. Whatever they, he didn't judge. He didn't care.
No, he did judge, actually.
He didn't care, no.
He is the judge, ma'am.
Well, God is, yes.
Yeah,
God,
no, he is the judge.
you're right. At the end, he was, absolutely.
Not only was,
But
is, and continues to be so.
He came to advocate also for people who were
But he didn't agree with the ma'am.
being treated differently.
Well, no.
And I'm not saying that you treat people differently. I don't think that you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you
Yeah.
respect people wherever they are, you know. But unfortunately, not everybody is like that. There are people in the community and
True.
in this world that do treat people from that
Yeah.
community differently.
I mean, currently I am writing a homosexual man regularly, and he writes me back. And he knows where I'm at, and he respects that, but I don't.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think that's the big word, is respect.
yeah.
And that's what I felt like I did. I really, I mean, we could go on and talk for a long time and never agree on this. And, but I really would encourage you to read the proclamation and to listen to what everybody had to say. You know, I'm a godly man myself, and I just don't feel like it's up to me to judge who gets to go to heaven and who doesn't. And if
Who does get to decide that, sir?
that's what I said.
Yeah, who does get to decide that?
God does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if we go.
You have control over that yourself too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if it would be okay, I could read out of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 that is, gives a list of individuals. Now we understand that there's repentance available, and
sure.
we understand all that stuff. Thank God for grace and for the price paid for our sins. That all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I get all that. But there is a list in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, sir, that it's a broad list, and it says those that do those things and practice those things will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. So, you know, and to me, that's a higher authority than you five here. So, and I'm not saying any of you agree with it. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there's an authority that is higher than any of us.
Right.
And no matter what, God does. He doesn't change. If it's a sin, if it's okay if I use that word, it's a sin. God is not going to change his mind and say, well, I guess I'll turn my back and it's okay. That's not what we're dealing with here. We are dealing with something that we are celebrating. Forgive me, sir, for but we are celebrating what the Word of God, not me, but the highest authorities calls a sin. Okay? So if there's a higher authority than the Lord here tonight, I will listen to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not here to argue. We're just here.
Well, your concern is noted, and you know, I don't, we could keep talking, but.
Sure. Well, I'm done, but, and I had full intentions of keeping my cool or whatever. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm concerned, I'm confused,
Yeah.
and,
Let me share something real quick with you. I have a gay child, and when she came out at 14 years old to me, I struggled with that. It was okay for everybody else to be gay, but not my child. Okay? It was a struggle. And I grew up Catholic, so we grew up with that being condemnation and things like that. And so I struggled. But it came to a point where I had to make a decision of like, okay, I don't know if this is a choice for her or not. I don't know that. I'm not her. I don't feel what she feels. But I do love my daughter, and I want my relationship with her, and I want
sure.
her to be accepted by others. And to be able to live her life however she chooses to. It is a struggle. It is hard. But if people can open their minds up a little bit more and really learn and educate yourself, watch some documentaries about things, you know, like with homosexuality and transgenders and what they go through mentally and emotionally, it might help you understand a little bit better about why they are the way they are, or why you want to say choose this lifestyle. There's lots of different reasons, but if you would just kind of open your mind up a little bit to just kind of just educate yourself about it, and maybe it'll give you a little bit better understanding of things. Just throwing that out there. That's what helped me, anyway.
Yeah, well, I said I was through, so I won't comment, but thank you so much for your time.
Well, and people need to be comfortable coming to us to share
Yeah.
their feelings, and I do appreciate you doing
All right,
that.
thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
evening.
Okay, let's go this way around the horn this time.
All right.
Do you have anything you want to share or be thankful for?
No, other than I love being part of this team of people. I mean, even though we might have differences in things, and ideas about things, we still can put our beliefs and things like that aside to meet the needs of the community. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and it makes me proud to be in this position that I'm in and to be part of this team of people and the city as a whole. So.
Okay, Rebecca?
No, sir.
I would just tell you, I sent you a memo earlier talking about our storm cleanup. We are almost done. Hope to be done by end of day tomorrow. If not, it'll just be a few hours on Thursday morning. Sent you some pictures of the burn pile. I think we've got a video that I sent to you, but wanted to be able to show it here. That was a drone flight over the burn pile, which kind of shows how much debris. You're looking at over 21,000 cubic yards of debris that have been pulled by our street crews and Alfred Superior Tree Service from.
I lost a baseball cap. Could you ever go through?
It's gone.
Will we be burning that? Or?
We will burn that when conditions are right.
Okay.
We will be burning it. And we have a state burn permit that we keep, and you have to have that to be able to do this. And that's the location that we put it. And
And where is that?
we'll be real careful. That's on the kind of north end of Centennial Park. It's behind the trees. People don't see it. We keep materials, and we take brush and stuff up there, and whenever we have an event like this. So
It's a $28 million hot dog
Yes.
S'mores.
It'll be too hot to get close to it.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Donna?
Nope, we got our valuation today, and I sent that out to you all.
That was,
And if you have any questions or any concerns, anything like that, get in touch with me. And we're going to be, you had a question, so we're going to be working on that.
Yeah, I think that'll be helpful. Thank you.
Daniela?
I just want to remind Commission and everyone that we have a work session on June 25th. It's not on your upcoming meetings, so
Yeah, I didn't see that.
it was missed. So June 25th at 5 o'clock, we will be digging into the 2025 budget, along with, just wanted to make a note that city offices are closed on the 19th. That's all I have.
Okay. What is the 19th?
It's Juneteenth.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, nothing. Just thank you for everything. Appreciate all of you.
I want to thank my fellow commissioners for their kind words tonight. Words hurt, but also words heal. So, thank you. Oh, and guess what? Pretty soon, all this will be in the past because we'll be complaining about fireworks.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
true.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't had that many people talk about how short it is yet.
How short. The firing time,
It-
but we
it
know
is.
how that's going to go.
I don't really have anything, but I want to echo what you said, how thankful I am that we're all so different. But
I'm
yet,
thankful.
but yet we all have a job to do, and I feel like we do a pretty good job. We'll see what the papers say next week, this week. Thursday, yeah. So anyway, I need somebody to read the motion for the executive session.
And I think we can try and go quick, maybe say 7:40, we'll extend if we need to.
Okay. I move that the city commission recess into executive session to conduct discussions with legal counsel. The justification for closing the meeting is to consult with the city attorney to discuss matters privileged under the attorney-client relationship. And the time and place at which the open meeting shall resume is 7:40 here in commission chambers.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, there will be no action taken. We will see you next time.
Have a good evening.